welcome to Now Showing. I'm your host Abhijit Bhatt. Worry not if things look bleak, for we are here to entertain you week after week. Deadlines ka pressure ho ya college ka strict professor ho, we are here to take care of all your stress. So without further delay, let's see what's brewing on this week's episode of Now Showing.
Neeraj Ghaywan's Homebound boldly tackles themes of identity, human relationships, minority aspirations, and politics in society, making it a must-watch. Jean Smart and Hannah Einbinder star in Hacks, a funny and unpredictable series about the art of comedy. It's a top recommendation for your weekend watch. Bobby Deol, Lakshya, Raghav Juyal, Sahher and Anya Singh talk about making the bads of Bollywood, working with Aryan Khan, and share unforgettable stories from their very first meetings with SRK. Divendu Sharma talks about his new Navratri song, gives an update on Mirzapur the film, and talks about reuniting with Kartik Aryan for the sequel to his breakout hit Pyar Ka Panchnama.
Alright, let's start the show with this week's hottest releases and recommendations. Say goodbye to all your stress and frustrations, for our entertainment and lifestyle editor Tavishi Paitandy is here to guide you to your weekly dose of dhamakedar entertainment with these kamal ke recommendations. Over to you, Tavishi.
Thanks, Abhijit. Hello, everyone. Here's wishing each one of you a very auspicious Navratra, a blessed Durga Puja, and a very happy Dashera. It's 2 weeks of hectic celebrations. But at some point, in between dancing to the Garba beats and Pandal hopping, you must make time to catch the latest release in cinemas, which is also India's official entry to the Oscars. And if at home, definitely catch this award-winning comedy series. This week's big release, Homebound, doesn't just tell a story. It shakes you with its truth. Neeraj Ghaywan's film is bold, searing, and quietly devastating. It questions identity, human relationships, minority aspirations, politics, and injustice, all without flinching. The film is based on Basharat Pir's moving New York Times column, Taking Amrit Home. And when Ghaywan, a Dalit himself, takes that narrative to the screen, it hits you right in the gut. Homebound follows 2 young men from Mirzapur. Mohammad Shoaib Ali, played by Ishaan Khatter, a Muslim, and Chandan Kumar, played by Vishal Jethwa, a Dalit. Both are preparing for the police recruitment exam, carrying dreams bigger than themselves. But those dreams are weighed down by prejudice. Chandan hides his Valmiki surname, terrified of the stigma it invites. He takes general category on every form because invisibility feels safer than truth. Shoaib, meanwhile, lives with daily Islamophobia. His seniors won't drink water touched by him, yet demand his ID proofs and police NOCs. And then comes COVID. Borders shut, trains stop. Fear spreads faster than virus. Branded as super spreaders, men like Shoaib are brutalized by cops. Stranded in Surat, the 2 friends take up work in a fabric mill. Their identities start to wedge them apart. But also, their brotherhood shines as a quiet act of defiance. Neeraj tells the story in 2 hours and 2 minutes with such pathos you cannot look away. Silence speaks louder than score. Pauses hold more rage than words. And when heartbreak arrives, it arrives unannounced. Like the scene where Chandan's mother, a midday meal cook, is expelled from school for polluting the food. Yet, even amidst grief, Neeraj sprinkles moments of impish joy between the 2 friends. That's his genius. He refuses to reduce marginalized lives to suffering alone. There is humor, there's love, and there are dreams. Performance-wise, this is career best work for Ishaan Khatter. His quiet wrath and vulnerability haunt you long after. Vishal Jethwa is fiery, eloquent, magnetic, one of the finest of his generation. Together, their camaraderie feels lived in, unforced, unforgettable. Janhvi Kapoor as a Dalit girl has flashes of brilliance, though she isn't always consistent. But the soul of Homebound is Ghaywan's uninhibited, audacious voice. He doesn't just highlight prejudice, he makes you feel its crushing weight and then offers you glimmers of hope. Homebound is cinema as witness. Watch it for Ishaan and Vishal. Watch it for Neeraj. But most of all, watch it because it's the kind of film that reminds you identity may divide, but friendship, love, and dignity can still endure. Today, let's talk about a show that proves comedy can be sharp, smart, and sneakily emotional. So here's the setup. We've got Deborah once, played by the absolutely legendary Jean Smart, a veteran stand-up comedian whose career is on the brink. Enter Ava Daniels, played by Hannah Einbinder, a young comedy writer with more opinions than experience. They clash, they banter, they throw shade like it's confetti, and somehow they create magic together. Now, the beauty of Hacks lies in that odd couple energy. Their mismatched partnership is deliciously funny, but also surprisingly heartwarming. You're watching two women from different generations, one who paved the way and one trying to find her way, realizing they need each other more than they'd like to admit. The creators, Lucia Anello, Paul W. Downs, and Jen Stotsky, bring a sharp feminist lens to the story. Think The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but fast forward from the smoky clubs of the 1950s to today's boardrooms. Women are now running studios, calling shots, signing checks. And yet, Hacks reminds us, without preaching, that ageism and sexism are still very alive and well. Some things change, some things don't. And that's why the show feels so relatable. It peels back the curtain on how entertainment really works. Studios obsessed with numbers and traction over substance. Writers' rooms where favoritism runs wild and careers hanging by a thread. It's satire, yes, but with a bite. But beyond the satire, Hacks is about stardom, vulnerability, and friendship. Deborah fears losing her spotlight. Ava fears she'll never find hers. And somehow, in that tug-of-war, they become each other's fiercest defenders. They are frenemies, confidants, collaborators, and the chemistry between Smart and Einbinder, despite a 45-year age gap, is lightning in a bottle. The series has also been lauded for its bold, nuanced portrayal of messy, flawed women and for its LGBTQ inclusivity. Einbinder, who is bisexual in real life, plays a bisexual woman on the show. That kind of gender-appropriate casting isn't just refreshing, it's overdue. No wonder Hacks picked up multiple LGBTQ TV show awards. And let's not forget the supporting cast. Carl Clemons Hopkins, Megan Stalter, Paul W. Downs, Rose Abdu, Mark Indelicato, each one adding their own brand of hilarity. Awards? Oh, plenty. At this year's Emmys, Jean Smart took home lead actress in a comedy. Hannah Einbinder scored supporting actress, and even the costume department walked away with gold. That style, substance, and sparkle all rolled into one. So here's my advice. Binge the first 4 seasons now on JioHotstar because season 5, which might be the finale, is on its way. And if it is the last hurrah, Deborah and Ava are sure to exit with a punchline we won't forget. Hacks isn't just about comedy. It's about survival, reinvention, and unlikely friendships that save us. Smart, sharp, funny, just like its leading ladies.
Thank you so much, Tavishi, for those recos. And moving on, Aryan Khan is currently busy receiving the overwhelming response to his directorial debut, The Bads of Bollywood. Up next, we have the cast of the show, Bobby Deol, Lakshya, Raghav Juyal, Sahher and Anya Singh discussing their experience of working with Aryan Khan and Shah Rukh Khan. They also shower praises on Aryan, particularly his self-deprecating humor that mirrors his father's, and share stories of their first meetings with SRK in this interview with my colleague Titash Chaudhary. Tune in.
I'll start with you because these people haven't seen Aryan when he was younger. I'm assuming you have.
I haven't seen him so much, but I have seen him in the years when he was growing up, and I think he's shaped up to be a really good young man. He's been brought up so well that, I mean, hats off to Gauri and Shahrukh, the way they brought up their kids. I can talk more about him as a director.
Yeah.
And I think he is one of his kind. He is a very, dedicated. He's got so much conviction. He's got so much fire. And he has very strong belief in what he does, and he makes it happen. He is going to be a name to reckon with. He's going to be someone who's really special, sought after, because he is so talented and he doesn't take it for granted.
But for the rest of you, this is of course Aryan's debut, project as a director. How is he as a director on set? Can he be a hard taskmaster too?
Yeah, he is, but the thing is, he is a taker. And we are the givers. I mean, in a sense, बहुत टेक लेता है वो.
Yeah.
मगर उससे
Okay.
ये मुझे पता लगता है कि हम लोग अपने अंदर ही कुछ डिस्कवर करते हैं, एक्सप्लोर हो रहा होता है. क्योंकि बहुत कमाल का उसका विजन बहुत क्लियर है. उसको पता है उसे चाहिए क्या, और उसे पता है उसे इसके भी 25 वेरिएशंस चाहिए. He has that thing. तो वो और उसका जो मैं बहुत बार बोला भी है, मैं फिर बोलता हूँ कि बहुत सारे डायरेक्टर्स जो है हर जगह बहुत समय लेते हैं अपनी वॉइस ढूंढने के लिए, कि क्या उनकी वॉइस क्या है. इसको पता है कि इसको पहले मतलब ही इज क्लियर कि उसे यही चाहिए और ये करके रहूंगा चाहे पूरी दुनिया इसके खिलाफ क्यों ना हो जाए. ये मेरा शो है.
Clarity.
Yes,
it's there.
लेना रो ये है भाई.
Right.
और ये शुरू से ऐसे ही रहा है.
हाँ.
सो जब हम शूट कर रहे थे उससे तब से और अब तक बहुत क्लियर है, बहुत हम्बल है और बहुत शैतान भी है साथ साथ, जो दुनिया को नहीं पता.
Why do you say शैतान?
शैतान इन सेंस ही इज ये शैतान बच्चे ही कर सकता है यार.
हाँ, वो तो है.
सो यस, जितना वो कैमरे में सीरियस रहता है उतना ही वो शैतान है सेट पे. जोक्स क्रैक करता है, उसको कुछ जोक्स तो उसके बहुत ही कमाल के हैं.
That's exactly what I was coming to you, because we saw the trailer and the preview. It's so much fun that you crack up. The humor is so self-deprecating in nature also. Does he actually have a very good sense of humor?
Yes.
Oh.
He knows how to laugh at himself.
बहुत अच्छे से. And he's so confident about it.
I went in thinking कि काफी सीरियस शो होगा, काफी ग्रिम होंगी चीजें, सेंसिटिव होंगी, ऐसी होंगी वैसी होंगी, लेकिन अपने जो भी है एंग्स्ट को, पेन को, अपने जज्बे को पाल कर उसको कॉमेडी में दिखाना, उसको फन में दिखाना, ये बहुत बड़ी कला है.
Absolutely.
और सिर्फ ये नहीं कि मैं अपने ऊपर जोक बना रहा हूँ, सब ने जितने भी आपने शो के अंदर देखा, ऑल द कैमियोज जहाँ पे हैं, आमिर सर हैं, राजा मौली सर हैं, अपना रणवीर सिंह हैं, इतने सारे कैमियोज हैं, सब लोगों ने, करण सर हैं, सब लोगों ने अपना पूरा मजाक उड़वाया है, सब कुछ ये किया वो किया, और वो सिर्फ इसलिए किया ताकि लोग हंस पाए, ताकि लोग उन लोग को ये जो हम सोचते हैं ना कि वो वैसे होते होंगे, वो वैसे होते होंगे. सो he has done all of that, and that can only happen when you really believe in the material that you've written, in the show that you're making.
Right.
It's something to write कि आपने लिख दिया कि चलो आसमान आएगा, भागेगा, यहाँ से कूदेगा, गिरेगा, राजा मौली सर, आमिर सर आएंगे, but to conceive it just or to execute it, it's a different ball game altogether.
True.
And the passion for filmmaking, the passion of creating a show that has never been done before, वो वहीं से आएगा, बिकॉज वो एक रॉ एनर्जी थी उसके अंदर, एक ज़ील टू प्रूव हिमसेल्फ था कि यार नहीं, अपने आप को साबित करना है और कुछ ऐसा बनाना है जो कभी देखा ना गया हो. मोस्ट ऑफ द इम्पॉसिबल शॉट जो आप पढ़ के बोलोगे यार ये कैसे होगा, लेकिन वो करते थे।
Right.
और वो तभी आता जब आप अब श्योर हो कि यार जो मैं बना रहा हूँ ना, दुनिया
हाँ।
चाहे जो भी बोले, कुछ भी बोले, मतलब कभी कभार हमें भी संदेह होता था कि यार ये कैसे कर पाएंगे, यार ये कैसे कूदेंगे, कैसे होगा, ये होगा, बट ही मेड एवरीथिंग हैपन। ही मेड श्योर दैट इट्स न्यू, इट्स फ्रेश, एंड येट people find it entertaining.
Anya, tell me, since you play the manager, if there's a manager's handbook, what would be that one managing an actor 101 advice there?
Keep quiet.
The artist is right.
Somewhere you have to be a little careful. You might have certain thoughts or opinions, but थोड़े ध्यान से you have to convey. As a manager, I think that's the only thing they tell us कि just be a little careful.
Careful.
Or keep quiet.
Yeah.
There's no need to say anything. That's it.
That's true. That's right. So, the trailer launch, Shah Rukh sir said that when he had just come to, Bombay, and he used to pass Juhu, and then this one time he saw you there. And the fact that, how mesmerized he was, looking at you, said that, I hope someday I can become as big a star as Bobby Deol. From there to, I think you did work with him on Class of 83.
That was my first OTT platform.
Yeah,
on
and
Netflix.
that sort of also in a way marked the beginning of Bobby Deol second innings, 2.0. From then to here now, how would you really describe your equation with Shah Rukh Khan?
I think he's a very humble man who's very sure of himself. He doesn't need the world's acknowledgement for that, and that's why he is what he is, because that's exactly how Aryan is. There's so much similarity between both of them in that manner. But it was very sweet and nice of him to say that, when he saw my banner, he felt he's so good looking, and I loved his blue sunglasses, which I'm still confused whether blue or purple. But it was so sweet of him. He didn't need to tell me that, but it's uska badappan hai.
Right.
And we almost started our careers around the same time.
Yeah.
It was just that I'm just lucky to have known him and to know him in my life, and to now know his son more, who I love, who I honestly have a lot of respect for as a director,
Right.
as a human being. So it's really nice that I know that family, in that
Right,
sense.
absolutely. Do you guys, all of you, share scenes with Shah Rukh sir in the series?
Well, you need to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Why I was asking is because, irrespective of whether you did share screen space with him or not, I'm sure you did meet him on set. How easygoing or unnerving was the whole experience?
We actually met him off set.
Okay.
The first time I think all of us met, I mean, Anya and I, we met him at Rechili's office when the puja was being done before the shoot. And of course, seeing him while growing up, seeing him, and to finally be able to see that person on screen, and I think it was quite a pinch me moment. And yeah, so that was the first time we met.
At my first ever event, which was at Yashraj Films, I was briefly introduced to Sir. He was shooting something, and they just said, this girl and boy are being launched. It was very brief. And the second time when I actually got to have a conversation with Sir was at the puja. And I was sitting at the edge of the table and I was eating because there was food and I'm a foodie. And Sir came and he said, "May I sit here?" And for a moment, I really looked around because I was just like...
I mean, you're Shah Rukh Khan, you can sit wherever you want to.
Also, it's your office, sir. I should be asking you this question. But that's the kind of respect that he gives to every individual. So I don't think I showed how unnerved or nervous I was. But when my sambar fell, I think very naturally sort of my body was shaking.
That's why idli sambar.
No, but what about the boys? It's like a dream come true moment, I'm sure.
मैंने तो बहुत पहले जब मैं शो ही करता था, शोज करता था, तभी सब पूरी दुनिया को पता है, वो पूरी क्लिप वायरल हुई थी कुछ से 6-7 साल पहले, एंड इट्स बहुत सालों से मोमेंट चल रहा है मेरा. अब मैं वो जी रहा हूँ, सर के साथ हूँ और एक फैमिली की तरह लगता है मुझे.
When you meet him, no, you never feel that you're meeting him for the first time. ऐसा लगता है कि इनके साथ एक familiarity है, इन शायद एक बड़े भाई हैं या शायद पिता समान है. He's always so warm. आप जितने सवाल उनसे पूछोगे ना, वो जवाब देते हैं आपको। वो कभी नहीं रुकते। आप मैं तो ऐसे सवाल किए हैं कि मतलब अब जब मैं सोचता हूँ लगता है कि यार क्या व्हाई डिड आई मेक अ फूल आउट ऑफ माय सेल्फ। एक बार तो सेट पे आए थे मिलने के लिए, तो एंड आई एम अ बिग I'm a fan of watches. I love collecting watches and everything. So I had a glance at his watch and I said, "Sir, what watch are you wearing?" Then he explained the whole thing to me, and then I told राघव ने भी देखा, राघव ने बोला अच्छी घड़ी यार, कितने की होगी? मैंने कहा 3-4। मैंने कहा 3-4। मैंने कहा कहता बस लाख। मैंने कहा करोड़ में। तो मुझे याद सेट में, बट वो इतने मतलब वही है, उनको देख के मेस्मराइज आप होते हो, लेकिन वो आपको नॉर्मल कर देते हैं।
हाँ.
वो कभी आपको फील ही नहीं कराएंगे, मतलब यू फॉर यू ही इज द शाहरुख खान, बट वो आपको इतना नॉर्मल फील कराते हैं कि यार मैं जैसे तुम जैसा ही हूँ। मतलब वो जैसे तू बात कर रहा है वैसे ही मेरे से बात करेंगे। सो दैट क्वालिटी इज समथिंग जो बहुत रेयर है। ही इज यार, मतलब उनके बारे में तो मतलब वो अलग इंटरव्यू कर सकते हैं हम, 1 घंटे का, कि बताओ।
Right. No, but as we
क्योंकि
wrap
आपके
up.
पास 15 मिनट है सिर्फ।
हाँ, तो as we wrap it up, I just want to ask you one thing. Just give me one unified answer. कि what do you think is the biggest misconception about actors?
Misconception about actors.
Misconception is this, that we lead a very blingy, glamorous.
No, वो तो है ही नहीं।
And,
अभी कभी
बाहर से लोगों को
जो
लगता
आते हैं
है।
ना, जो एक्टर्स बने हैं, उनसे पूछो आप कितना, मतलब अगर गर्मी, अगर हम मट्टी में है तो मट्टी में लथपथ रहते हैं। We work 12 hours, 13 hours.
और रियल लोकेशन में शूट होती है तो
Real location. We're always working, and then we have to remove time to work out because they want you to look fit. So there's a lot that goes in, but the most amazing thing is that you love it.
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कभी-कभी ये भी मिसकंसेप्शन है एक्टर्स का कि वो परफेक्ट ही होने चाहिए, कि ये तो गलती कर ही नहीं सकते, ये कुछ गलत बोल ही नहीं सकते, ये कैसे इन्होंने कैसे बोल दिया। तो एक ह्यूमन साइड हट जाती है उससे। वो एक
ये इनके लिए
बाकी तो सर का
I figured.
बाकी तो सर का इतना एक्सपीरियंस है कि गुड्स ऑफ बॉलीवुड भी बन सकता है सर।
The new Garba number Julmi Savariya, starring actor Devendu Sharma, has already become a part of everyone's Navratri playlist. And to talk about this festive track, we have Devendu himself, who also shares an update on Mirzapur the film. He also opens up about the emotional truth of his character Munna Tripathi and reveals his plans to reunite with Kartik Aryan for the sequel to his breakout hit Pyar Ka Panchnama in this candid interview with my colleague Vishal Chatkara. Check it out.
Divyendhu, welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
Divyendhu, Navratri is starting, and it's that time of the year when the whole nation puts its dancing shoes for the Garba. And it's almost become a ritual now for composer Amit Trivedi to release a new song every year. And that's this time it's a track called Julmi Savariya. It's an ultimate dance number, and we can see you matching steps with Charmi Zaveri in the video. Was that an instant yes from you when you heard the song for the first time?
Yes, it was. Yeah, I really like the composition of it. The composition was superb. It was very easy on the ears. It was really festive. You know, it's got a great vibe. Then I got to know that it's Amit Trivedi's song, and I've always, liked and enjoyed his work. So it was a perfect reason for me to collaborate with him.
You know, Mirzapur director Gurmeet Singh recently shared a reel about Mirzapur film going on floor. What can we expect from it? And how different do you think it will be from the series?
You can expect a lot from it. It's going to be a total bhokal, the film. And you'll see some new characters, you'll see some new situations. And I think they've done a pretty good job in writing the script because, compressing a web series in a 2.5 hour, 3 hour film, it's not easy. But I really love the script of Mirzapur, the film.
Out of the all intense moments in Mirzapur, which scene do you think that sort of revealed Munna Bhaiya's emotional side or best captured his journey and motivations?
I think that would be at the end of season 1 climax when he says कि बहुत तकलीफ होती है जब आप योग्य हों और लोग आपकी योग्यता को ना समझें. I think that summarizes a lot of pain of Munna, and I think a lot of people have connected to Munna through that. I think somewhere in our lives, we always feel that, what we are getting is not what we deserve.
So then, out of the many lines, very memorable, quirky dialogues from Mirzapur, which one stands out as your favorite, or perhaps is most frequently requested by fans?
Oh, there are so many. There's obviously the Chacha line, which is this thing. Then Jalwa hai hamara is very this thing. Amar hai hum, Hindi film ke hero hain. There are so many. With Munna, it's never ending. IAS bano. That. Uh, बहुत सारे हैं, बहुत सारे.
But your film Madgaon Express bagged Best Dialogues Award at a recently concluded SWA Award, that Screenwriters Association Award. How do you look back at the film, and will we see Madgaon Express Part 2, or maybe the story of Dodo, Pinku, and Ayush taking another trip to a new location?
Hopefully, yes. I mean, we are hopeful and we are planning to make Madgaon Express 2, definitely, because people gave so much love to our film. So we all are very, very excited to collaborate once again on Madgaon. Yeah, it's been amazing. Kunal has done a beautiful job writing that one, directing that one, and all three of us, me, Pratik, Avinash, we had such a gala time working on that one.
But you are one actor who is widely credited with delivering some of the quirkiest dialogues in the recent times. Whether it's कुत्तों का कोई संडे नहीं होता, or the entire rant about मैं कल ऑफिस नहीं जाऊंगा. You of course received considerable praise from the audience for that scene. Can you tell us about how much effort actually you invested in delivering these dialogues for the film Pyar Ka Panchnama?
It takes a lot of effort, but every actor loves that kind of effort. When I read the script of Pyar Ka Panchnama, I knew that it's a bloody well written script. But for a film to become, because Pyar Ka Panchnama has become over the years a cult sort of a film, for that generation, I never thought that it would, age so well. We were all very new, very young that time. When I look back at it, it's just that honesty and earnestness of playing those characters. There are still that feeling is still very pure in my heart.
Do you remember those lines?
No, I don't actually.
But
except that कुत्तों का कोई संडे नहीं होता, कुत्ते सातों दिन कुत्ते ही होते हैं.
As fans of the franchise, we'd love to see more of Liquid. Considering how far you, Karthik, and even Love Rajan have come, is it difficult to bring all of you back together?
It can definitely happen. Yes, why not? If we find the right moment, the right script, and the right circumstances to work with, I think all three of us would be very, very happy to collaborate again.
Do you see another installment of Pyar Ka Panchnama happening?
Why not? Never say never.
Or do you all have grown past those confused commitment for big boys phase we saw in Pyar Ka Panchnama?
So it could be a film reflecting on the first one. How we were as characters, how we used to be like those young and naive boys. Could be on those lines.
With that, it's a wrap on this week's edition of Now Showing. Entertainment की बारिश एक बार फिर से आप सब पे बरसाऊंगा. बूमरैंग के जैसे अगले हफ्ते मैं फिर वापस घूम के आऊंगा. Till then, this is me Abhijit Bhatt signing off. Stay filmy, stay fabulous.